All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
We are back with another edition of the MLB Quick Hit video. It's your boy Ham. It is Sunday, June 23rd. Looking forward to a great day. Hope you've had a great weekend. Hopefully the Volunteers can get back on track in the College World Series, but this is an MLB show. But before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up, what's coming down the pike. It is Drafters. It is best ball season. Make sure you head over to Drafters, enter the promo code SHIPIT to get 100% deposit bonus up to $100 for brand new members. But man, it couldn't be a better day, in my opinion, to talk some starting pitching. So my favorite starting pitcher of the day is going to be Nick Lodolo, taking on this Boston Red Sox offense, who quite frankly has struggled immensely against left-handed pitching in the strikeout department. We saw Andrew Abbott and his 20% K rate on Friday night just mow these guys down. Now we get Lodolo, who's much better strikeout pitcher than Abbott, in my opinion. These Red Sox striking out 27% over the last 14 days against left-handed pitching. If you break it back all the way to let's go all the way to 30 days. Let's see how they're doing against even 28%, even higher. So it is not a one-off type thing. It is a trend. This Red Sox team strikes out in bunches against lefties. So give me Nick Lodolo. That's my top-ranked pitcher. They do have some power, but I think Lodolo can mitigate that and be there today. Number 2 for me on today's slate would be Paul Skeens, former LSU Tiger great, taking on these Tampa Bay Rays. And I admit, over the last, I would say 5 to 7 days, they've been a little bit better. But when you look at their season-long stats talking about these Rays, they've just been absolutely putrid against right-handed pitching. I was all over Jones yesterday, and all he did is go out there and K8 batters. Hopefully Ahmed Rosario is okay today. But, man, these Rays have struggled all year against righties, and I think Skeens picks up where Jared Jones left off yesterday. He would be my second-ranked pitcher on the slate. Next up for me is going to be Bryce Miller going into the fish tank to take on these flat Marlins. And this flat Marlins offense, who has just been brutal all season long. They hung a goose egg yesterday. They didn't fare much better than on Friday night. I think it was three or four runs. My guy, Tim Anderson, don't do it to me, Timmy. Timmy hit a walk-off single on Friday night, but I think Miller can go in here and mow this fish team down. He's been up and down with his strikeouts, but this Marlins team striking out pretty high clip. I want to say around 20. Let's look at it. They're striking out around about a 23, 24% clip over the last month, and I think Miller can get the job done again today. Next up for me is going to be Sonny Gray taking on this Giants team who has been struggling as of late. Give me Sonny Gray, throw some of those lead balls up there, and those Giants are either going to pound them into the ground or swing over the top of them. I think he gets a lot of ground balls today, a lot of Ks. Give me some Sonny Gray coming off a 7 2/3 inning performance at those aforementioned Marlins team. Last 3 pitchers I want to talk about. I'm not going to deep dive into them, but I think the Guardians and Blue Jays game has the recipe for a pitcher's duel. Give me some Kikuchi. Give me some McKenzie. And then we got the return of the veteran, of the 40-year-old Max Scherzer, making his first start of the season today. Boach just come out and said there is not going to be a pitch count limit on him, but he hasn't thrown more than, I want to say 45, 47 pitches so far in some of his rehab starts. So I'm thinking about 85 pitches is where he tops out as long as he's grooving. This Royals team has been pretty bad recently. So if you wanted to get funky in the GPP, I don't think Mad Max is the worst play. No, he has that K upside. Making his first start though, I'm going to do a wait and see approach. I'm not there. He's 40 years old, man. It's not the same when you hit above 40. Anyway, moving on. Let me just rank those guys real quick. I did say that I had Skeens number 2. Actually, I have Skeens number 3. I'm going to go Lodolo 1. Sonny Gray is my second favorite pitcher, followed by Skeens, then Miller, then T-Mac, my boy Tristan McKenzie. and then Kikuchi, and then don't forget Scherzer as well. Onto the sticks, and man, these sticks, it's tough today for these bats, in my opinion, but up at the top of the leaderboard, it was my ones from Friday night. It's those hot Atlanta Braves. Give me some Atlanta Braves to take on nasty Nestor Cortez in the Bronx. I like the Braves. Big fly ball hitting team against lefties, and Cortez giving up about a 38% fly ball rate to those righties. So, yeah, give me these Braves in that small ballpark, especially in right field. You'd have to go oppo for those, but give me these Braves. I like them to hit some more bombs like they did on Friday night against this lefty. Number 2 for me would be those Cincinnati Reds, and generally speaking, I'm not in on those. What do you call them? Those bullpen games. Those openers. I don't really like an opener, seeing a new pitcher every time. But man, this Reds team, they can steal a lot of bases. They hit with tons of power, and with offenses being limited today, I think I'm going to go with those Reds, the Big Red Machine, to give me the second best offense. Next up, going back to the Mariners. I had him number 2 yesterday. I got him number 3 today, taking on a gentleman making his first start of the season. Only pitched I think 3 or 4 innings, maybe even 2 innings. Kyle Tyler. I think they get to him today. Got 9 runs yesterday. I think they do more damage against Kyle Tyler and the rest of this Marlins bullpen today. Last but certainly not least, want to touch on these Orioles going up against Framber. Generally speaking, we like to get them against those righties, but today I think Framber, with all the power that this Rangers team, we know that Framber is a pretty good, a really good ground ball pitcher, induces a lot of ground balls. With offensive limited, though, I want teams that can hit the ball over the wall, and this Orioles team certainly has upside to hit 4+ bombs. My low-owned stack of the day is going to be those Rangers. I think we get a little shot, a little injection of Mad Max juice running into those offensive veins as well, on top of the fact that I'm not a believer in Alec Marsh and his high fly ball rate to both sides of the plate, right around 29%. Let's move into some of my favorite one-offs and some of my favorite pieces in those stacks. First up is going to be Adam Duvall for these Atlanta Braves. He is my home run call of the day. Adam Duvall is going to take Nasty Nestor over the wall today. Make sure you're putting your home run call of the day in the comment section below. If you get it right, you get a free week over here at SHIPIT Nation. Next up for me is going to be Austin Riley. Austin 316 says he will be hitting a home run over the fence today. He's going to go hit a home run. Then we're going to go back-to-back with Duvall. Hopefully Duvall's batting 6 today behind Mr. Riley. Next up is going to be Josh Smith for those aforementioned Rangers. Give me Josh Smith. Should be batting 3rd, right in front of Adolis Garcia. Really like that little mini combo there. Not even mini, but it's Simeon, Seager, Smith, and Adolis. I don't mind those for this afternoon. Next up for me is going to be Ryan Mountcastle. We know what he historically has done against lefties. Hadn't been the same as he has in years past, but I do like Mountcastle today. Profiles very well. And then last but certainly not least, it's going to be Julio Rodriguez. Should be batting 2nd for those Mariners. Like him, he's got home run. He's got stolen base upside. Give me some J-Rod in that lineup today. Before you head on out of here, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Everybody will be watching this video on replay. It certainly helps us out a ton over here. Make sure you're leaving your home run call of the day in the comment section below. Mine is Adam Duvall. Good luck today in your contest. I'll see you at the top of the leaderboards for SHIPIT Nation. I'm your boy Ham. And don't forget, as always, let's ship it.